Shining bright, going hard, living big, like a star. Trying to get it.
Hey, you're tuned in to Queen TV. Greetings and welcome back to Queen TV. You guys, I missed y'all so much. I missed y'all. I'm so grateful that I made the time today to record a video. I'm probably gonna be all over the place because I have a lot of catching up to do with you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about everything that I've had going on this episode of Quita's Corner. So let's get right into it, you guys.
Don't you love me? I'm talking about the ugly me.
So, I'm just gonna talk about as it comes to my head. So first of all, I talked about family a few episodes ago and how family is your first ministry. And it is like, I don't know. It was like so much being thrown at my family. And I was so annoyed and irritated because I felt like my family could not recognize that it was the enemy trying to kill, steal, and destroy what God has started, and believe that God created family for a reason. Like, the man is the head, and the ladies are nurturers, and we submit, and it's just this whole beautiful just thing. Like, family is just so beautiful. And then when you find your good thing and you become a wife or a husband, then you create your own family. And the Bible talks about that as well. Be fruitful and multiply. So you create your own family. And I've been going through different devotions, and so many of them been about family. So me and my brother got into it, kind of, sort of. Honestly, I did not get into it with him. He was very upset with me. The good thing is we're back on, each other's good side. But he was so upset with me because he said I don't answer the phone, and I'm never there for him, and all of this different stuff. And I was baffled because if anybody knows me, they know that my family means so much to me. I always want to spend time with them. I always want to go places, hang out, and do different stuff. So I was just confused as to where this was coming from. And usually when stuff like that happen, even when it's not your family, it's issues on the other person's end that is coming out on you. And when my brother sent me like this message, it hurt me. But I immediately went into prayer. I sent a prayer through text message, like, whatever is going on, like, God, show my brother that you are with him. Let him know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Like, this is not a fight between us, but it is a fight with spiritual wickedness. Like, this has nothing to do with us. This is the enemy trying to kill, to steal, and to destroy what God has started. So we didn't talk for like weeks. It could have been like over a month. And every time I speak to him, sometimes he wouldn't say hey, other times he'd be like, what's up, like dry. And I was getting really, really sad. And I went and talked to Miss Katina. I was talking to her, and I was just telling her, like, I'm not defeated, but I'm upset because we're not fighting with our spiritual weapons, but rather carnal and our fleshly selves. So she prayed, and she was just speaking life to me, and she was just telling me, like, you go and you anoint that house, God is gonna do it, and just telling me different things. And I came home and I went to sleep, and I received a FaceTime from my brother. Like, that fast, like, God, you did that fast. Like, it was unbelievable. I ended up calling him later, and we talked, and he apologized, and I let him know, like, that could never happen again, because it's like we're giving in to the schemes and the tricks of the enemy. We're like letting our guards down, and we're not fighting with our full armor of God on. When I'm at odds with people, I don't feel comfortable. Like, a lot of times I have to, of course, kill my flesh, because sometimes they don't know who to take it out on. So me being the one who's really doing this thing and walking it out, I have to be the light. I have to be the one who shows light, who shares Christ through my actions, through my word, through how I think, through the things that I do, how I say it, when I say it, why I say it. All of that matters. So fast forward, so my brothers, two of my brothers, and these are two separate brothers, they were into it, and I was just blown away. I called both of them, like, you guys are arguing for what? What is the reason? Like, why? Don't be at odds with each other. You know, there are so many other things that we could be pounding the table about, mad about. You know, poverty, our kids and education, the politics, what's happening in Memphis, the killings. But instead, we're choosing to fight against our family, like going back and forth with our own flesh and the blood. I just went to God. I talked to God about it, like, God, what is this? Why is this happening? And he continued to show me that family, it's you continue to be the light in your family. You continue to do all that you can do to show them me, to show them the purpose of why I created it, and why it matters so much, because what we're doing right now is going to affect generation after generation after generation. And I don't want us to leave, negative things behind. I want them to know that, to love their brothers, to be there for their brothers and sisters, to love them like Christ loves us, to show them grace, to be kind and to be generous, and to for real not fight each other, to understand that the battle is not with your family. The battle is not with your flesh, it's not with your blood, but it is a spiritual battle, spiritual wickedness that sits in high places. And we cannot give the enemy a foothold. We could not give him an easy win. Like, at least make it difficult for him. Like, we supposed to be jumping him. Like, the enemy will not win in my family. I am about it. I am on it. I see him, and I just want to encourage y'all to know where those things are coming from. Sometimes they come from God, sometimes they come from you, and sometimes they come from the enemy. But you gotta know, you have to know in your knowing where they are coming from, and you challenge them, and then you attack them. You either cast them down or you stand on them. And you know what God says, you know what the word of God says, and if you don't, search it and figure out what the word of God says, and you stand behind that. I know I talked about that for a very long time, but that is not all. On Memorial Day, me and my mom, so
it was nice.
And this is another thing, just like me and my mom relationship, I don't know if I talked about this before, but we've never had like the click tight relationship. Like, I used to be embarrassed of my mom. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.
Going hard, living big, like a star. They tryna get it.